Okay, today I'm going to share with you something that's kind of weird for me to share because it is something that I have really struggled with for a long time, and it kind of brings out the innards of my, I don't know, ungraciousness, I think. And so it's a hard topic for me to talk about, but I recognize that I'm not the only one who's going through this, and if my little story can help you, that would be amazing. So the thing is that, yeah, like as many of you know, I am a migrant to New Zealand, right? I moved here after I got married. And so my husband and his people are all here, okay? And I have sometimes felt very alone in that I don't have my people here, because I started my journey in New Zealand sort of, straight into marriage and straight into having kids, and we lost our first child, and so there was grief there. There was so basically the people around me, here, the friends that I made, or the people that I have had in my life in the last few years, in the last 10 years, have seen the side of me that has not been necessarily my best side. They've probably seen my worst, actually. So the judgments that they have made on me and my character have been well, what they have seen. I have to be fair, and I can't say that they have misjudged me, in a way. So they have, well, it's about me basically. So I have not had the opportunity to show them my best side, at least in the formative years of me being here. So the thing that like used to bother me a lot, which now I have been able to overcome, but it used to bother me so much that every time we met people who, they would just say so much about my husband, like, and honestly, like Malcolm is an amazing person. He is just one of the most like genuine and caring and loving people that you'll find. And so fair enough that they had all of these things to say about him, and they would always be praising him, and they would always say, oh, he's such a nice guy, and blah blah blah. But it would really hurt me that nobody ever said those things about me. Like, I always felt like they were always tooting his horn, and there was no one to toot my horn, And it's probably an unfair thing, and you probably might think I'm really silly. But the reason I'm sharing this is because maybe you may have been in that situation where you just have felt that, people are praising your partner or your like people around you who you feel sometimes that you know them better, and you know that they're not always good and nice and gracious, and you get to see their worst side, but those people don't get to see it, but they have seen your worst side, but they've not actually seen your good side, and you sometimes feel the need to prove to them that you are also good. And I have felt that, and I have been angry about it, and I've been like all over the place. And some time ago, we had like this family gathering where these people who, they're not like directly related to our family, but every time we meet, and that's been like a point of contention for me, that they have always tooted Malcolm's horn. They've always said how wonderful he is, and I have really felt affected by that because of the fact that they didn't actually know Malcolm before, but they have sort of met Malcolm and I together. And so why can't they say something nice about me? That's the thing that I used to always, get irritated about. And then the fact that I've never actually got an opportunity to show them who I really am, because I've always had like my motherly duties, and I've always been maybe yelling at my kids or whatever in front of them, and so they've had a bad impression of me or whatever. So it has really bothered me. And so I met them for like a family occasion recently. And I realized that was such a point of contention for me, that I had to really sit with myself, sit before God and say, God, I don't know what to do. I am really struggling with these feelings, and it's making me feel so angry. It's not even their fault, right? But I'm feeling so angry, and I'm feeling so hurt, and it is something that has really, like, it's triggering for me. And then, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to deal with it. And that's when God opened my eyes to the fact that, you know what? If they want to toot his horn, let them toot his horn. I am going to stop trying to prove myself to them. They are his people, and I'm going to be okay with that. Because I have my people. I have people who toot my horn. People who tell him that he is so lucky. The people who tell him that he is so lucky to have married me, right? The people who know me before I became a mother and a wife. People who know me and love me for who I am, not the role that I play. You know, it's true that these people are mostly people who are back in Goa and the people who know me, you know, well over there, and I don't get to see them as often as I would like to. So I feel it more because I'm here. But if these guys want to lavish love and praise on him and on, you know, the rest of the people around who also, like, if they don't know me and they don't see me and hence obviously can't love me, I'm going to be okay with that. I will raise the white flag and bow out graciously and acknowledge that they are his people. They think I am the lucky one, and that's okay. And I just, just this concept of his people and my people, and just being okay with that boundary and being okay with, like, I don't need everybody to love me. I don't need everybody to know me. I don't need everybody to anything, you know, and I need to be okay, and I am now okay with this concept of his people and my people. The people who love me, know me, toot my horn, and the people who love him, know him, toot his horn. And every time I feel angered or triggered, which actually ever since this concept I've stopped feeling, but the thing that I know that helps me is thinking, okay, this is his moment to shine. This is his, you know, these are people who know him well and who love him, and that's okay. And my moment to shine is also just around the corner, because there are people who know me and love me for who I am, and it's okay to not have people who love both of us equally, and you know, that kind of thing. So I just want to say thank you, Lord, for helping me through this. It was a hard lesson, but an invaluable one, and I guess I had to go through this pain so that I don't have to in the future, at least not to such an extent. And I know that it will get easier. And honestly, it has got easier. And yeah, I just wanted to share this with you, because if you're going through something like this, just to remember that there are people who love you. And have a great day. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. God bless you. See you next week.